Cabinet approved the International Monetary Fund loan agreement, referring it to the Parliament. In mid-August 2016, Egypt reached a staff-level agreement with the IMF over a $12 billion loan to endorse the Arab nation's fiscal reform program, which the government embarked on in 2014 in an attempt to curb the growing state budget deficit, estimated at 12.2% of GDP in 2015-2016. The program includes cutting subsidies and the introduction of new taxes, such as the value-added tax. Last November, the Central Bank of Egypt said it received an initial $2.75 billion from the IMF, following the IMF's broad approval of the loan. CBE Governor Tariq Amer said the IMF dispatched the initial batch to Egypt immediately following the board's approval. Further disbursements will depend on the country's economic performance and implementation of reforms according to the fund. Amer also said the loan will help the country's foreign reserves jump to more than $23 billion from the current $19.4 billion registered at the end of October. Article 127 of the Egyptian Constitution stipulates that the executive power may not obtain a loan or funding or engage in a project that is not listed in the approved state budget, which entails expenditure from the state treasury within the subsequent period, except with the approval of the House of Representatives. On the 3rd of November 2016, the CBE decided to freely float the pound and raise key interest rates as part of a set of reforms aimed at alleviating a dollar shortage and stabilizing the country's flagging economy. The Finance Ministry said Egypt's $12 billion three-year IMF loan program will be repaid in 10 years, with a 4.5-year grace period, and the reforms agreed with the international lender aimed to boost growth and curb inflation. It said the reforms target GDP growth of 5.5% and inflation of less than 10% by 2018-2019 fiscal year. Egypt's headline inflation was near 14% in October, and the economy grew 4.3% in 2015-2016 fiscal year. Welcome back. 9 o'clock our local time for our top stories. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi received a phone call from his French counterpart François Hollande. During the phone call, President el-Sisi stressed Egypt's keenness to continue boosting bilateral cooperation with France in various fields. El-Sisi also stressed the importance to continue coordination between the two countries to push international peace efforts that aim to find political settlements to the crisis which some regional countries are passing through. For his part, the French president praised the Egyptian-French relations and their developments on various fields. Hollande also stressed the importance of discussion and coordination between both countries on the regional and international issues of common concern. Regional and international files of common concern were also discussed during the phone call, especially the Libyan file. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi met with a delegation from the U.S. National Security Business Council, a non-governmental organization that includes representatives members from the U.S. business society interested in political and security issues related to the national security. President el-Sisi asserted during the meeting on the significance of the strategic relations between Egypt and the United States and on Egypt's keenness to boosting those relations in various fields. El-Sisi has also reviewed the latest developments that Egypt has witnessed in the political and economic aspects. The president tackled the ongoing national mega projects and Egypt's keenness to implement the economic reform plan despite security challenges caused by terrorist threats. For their part, the delegation members expressed their support to the efforts exerted by Egypt to enhance its economy, promising that they will convey the real image for the positive developments in Egypt to the U.S. policymakers. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi held a meeting with the Minister of Defense First Lieutenant General Sudi Subhi, the Minister of Interior Magdi Abdel Ghaffar, and the Armed Forces Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Mahmoud Higazi, as well as a number of army and police commanders. The President started the meeting with a minute of silence over the nation's martyrs, expressing appreciation for the sacrifices made by the army and the policemen in the face of terrorist attacks. El-Sisi stressed that the terrorist acts will never impact the Egyptian will to defeat terrorism and achieve a better future for the Egyptians. The meeting tackled the latest security developments, especially in North Sinai, where the president ordered to continue coordination between the army and the police forces in targeting terrorist hideouts.